Item 7, report of the superintendent.
Okay, item 7, I'll give a little introduction to the public. The Board of Education goals for 2018-19. The board will be has been working hard in many ways for a good chunk of the year, but the board has worked hard on establishing goals, and a better definition might be areas of priority. But because the schools are familiar with the term big rocks, we're going to present them at that. And so I'm going to pass it off to the board. I'm excited and honored that the board has chosen these goals. And I have a feeling you're going to hold us accountable to them. Me first.
Well, there are four areas that the board has identified that are needed to propel the district towards our main goal, and our main goal has been for quite some time to be the very finest, the best district in the state, if not the country, for the good of the district and especially, of course, our children. And so we spent quite a bit of time working on the areas that we felt needed to be focused on, concentrated on by the whole district, working together to propel the whole district forward. The four rocks, big rocks, that terminology that's been adopted, and we like it, that we've come up with are academics, accountability, customer service, and security and safety. And the hope is that with all of us focusing on these areas and everything that we do for the next year, we think we can make tremendous strides forward. We already have an excellent district, but that's not good enough. We've got to be more excellent. And we think this is the way forward. So I'm going to have the other board members each take one of these big rocks and just elaborate on them a little bit. I think we'll start with our big rock of security and safety, and Ms. Edwards will take that.
Awesome. Thank you, Kent. Yeah, so the rock that I'm going to be talking about tonight for just a minute is security and safety. In addition to being a board member, I'm a parent of 2 middle schoolers here, so this is something that personally for me, they're all important, but this is incredibly important. We all know we live in an unfortunate, very turmoil-filled time in terms of public education, and there's been a lot on a national level, a lot of absolute tragedies that have happened. And in addition to those big, stories that we all hear about, there's smaller things that happen too in terms of safety and security at schools. And it's of the utmost importance that in addition to providing them with a good education in a healthy environment, that we keep our kids safe at all ages. So it's really never been more important than now to do this. And schools have never had to do more than they're doing now to do this. The times have really changed. I graduated high school the same year that Columbine happened. And, ever since that time, it was a shift, and it's, unfortunately gotten worse. So this is a particular interest to me. I want to say for starters, I am so grateful to Chief and everything that he does in this district. His team is second to none, and knowing what I know about what we do and have been doing to keep our kids safe makes me feel really good, and I appreciate the extra effort that he and his staff that they take. I know his team is growing this year with some introduction of some new elementary marshals, which is wonderful. And he and his team over the summer and on an ongoing basis are working on some additional measures to just continue to harden our schools. And I hate to use that word harden, but that's the reality. My viewpoint on it is that if we can keep our airport safe and we can keep the Academy Award safe, we need to be able to keep our schools safe. And it's anything less than that is unacceptable. So I am encouraged by the progress we've made. I'm happy with the things that are already in place, and I know that everyone is committed to continuing to identify what those area of vulnerabilities are. Sometimes it's easy, Lawton's not that small of a town, but compared to Dallas, where I'm from, it is small. And it's easy sometimes to have a false sense of security, but the places these tragedies are happening are no different than our community, and we have to be diligent. And so whether that means, you know, cracking down on teachers and students who are propping doors open for the sake of traffic flow, or, you know, brushing past the scanners in the morning, or whatever. As a board member, I'm committed to helping uncover what these vulnerabilities are. And like I said, I'm just encouraged and really glad that we've adopted this as one of our big rocks. So again, thank you to Chief and his team, and appreciate everything they do.
Thank you. The next big rock is going to be customer service, and Dr. Bridges will address that.
Okay, I just wanted to read you a definition of customer service. Customer service is the act of taking care of customers' needs by providing and delivering professional, helpful, high-quality service and assistance during and after the customer's requirements are met. So LPS has a lot of different areas where we see customer service. We have internal customers, our own employees, because we all have to deal with people up here, people in the schools, and obviously our external customers are our students and our parents. So our goal is, whether you are a very high visible participant in our district, or if you only have dealings with internal people, that our customer service is excellent at all times. So if you're the person that answers the phone to the district, for instance, and you get all the complaints, that might be very difficult to do. But Denise does a great job of it. So, and we all joke about having the Chick-fil-A model. That, you know, we should all love to come to our jobs. It's not always easy, but that customer service piece is so important. Am I allowed to say what we're unveiling on the web page?
On the
You may,
website?
yes.
Okay. So, okay. So
Haven't launched yet, but we're almost there.
we think it's so important that we're actually going to put a little button, and Lynn will have to define all the details of it, on the web page, where if you have a complaint, a question, an issue, that you can click on that button, and the question, comment will go straight to Dr. Deegan. So if you get poor customer service, you can use that button to just report it to Dr. Deegan. And we don't use it like for a punitive reason, but if there are things out there that are going on, we definitely want to know about it. We want the customer service to be excellent in our district. Oh, and the good stuff, of course, yes. Yes, absolutely. Tell us who's doing a great job, too. Well, I said it's not just for punitive reasons, so yes, please tell us who's doing a great job, too, because there are many people out there that are doing a great job.
Thank you, Lynn.
Unfortunately, the highlighted ones are usually the negative, so you're right. Thank you, Lynn.
Okay, thank you very much. Next big rock is accountability, and that will be Ms. Clodfelter.
Well, who was well prepared for this, you know? But I kind of forget what's going on from one day to the next. But anyway, I figured on accountability, we hold the superintendent accountable for everything that happens in the district, and therefore he's going to then hold you responsible. So if we come to him and ask him why such and such didn't happen, then he goes and figures that out. So our accountability, I think, is very important on that level. Every month on the board, we approve just various programs that you have requested, you know, for different things, for academics, for from all the way from kindergarten all the way up through. But we don't always know what happens with that. What happened? Did we? Was it a good program? Did you benefit out of it? What was our growth with it? So our accountability, I think, will be that we need to have some input on that. I don't, you know, maybe once a year, twice a year, just to know, you know, various programs through a board meeting, just telling us how those things are going on, whether it's your lead or our, of course I won't be able to think of one, but so like, you know, we have just various ones, and our consultants. We have consultants that we hire throughout the year that help in our schools and things, but we don't never know, was that consultant, were they beneficial? What are we gaining from that? And we need to see measurable difference, you know, with that. So I think that's what accountability is.
Okay, thank you. The next big rock, and the final one, is academics. Is
I consider this not just a big rock, it's a boulder. It's what we do. And academic excellence is creating an environment whereby a student can excel in scholastic activities, including extracurricular activities, by meeting short and long-term goals. And it helps prepare those students for future careers and lives and just being a citizen of the world. And Carla's and mine is a little bit related because we're excited to see our district leadership continue to do this. LEAD, for those in the viewing public that don't know what that stands for, is leadership, effective teaching strategies, accountability, and data-driven instruction. And that is really a great program, and I know we've moved forward, we've got everything going forward on this, and we're very excited to get the reports back and see how it's working in our schools, but we need you all to tell us, this is, we need this, we're continuing to do this, so keep us in mind. Our textbooks, we've got that moving forward in a positive direction, and that's so exciting to everybody. I've already heard from some parents that we're going to have textbooks, although I have one I need to mention to Dr. Deegan. So
Teresa's working on it, I promise.
I tell you, but we're just happy to help you with that academic excellence, because that's where we really want to go with all of our students.
Great, thank you all.
And just give everybody in the public a little idea of where we're headed. At the next board meeting, our directors will all give a summary. They'll give a summary sheet to the board of what their goals and how they're going to address at least the board goals that apply to their department. But they'll really highlight one for them. And then each month, each semester, we will have 1 month each semester where in a board meeting we focus on one of these areas. So the first semester we'll hit accountability once, and we'll hit accountability in the second semester. That way, by the end of the year, the board will have had at least 2 full board meetings of presentations. Of course, it'll be a cooperative. I'll get solicited information or input from the board members before. What would you like to hear about? And we'll develop that process. But it'll be a new process for it. But I think it's very much needed. And I think I can speak by half of my staff. This is not one of those things that we were dreading. We're actually happy to hear these goals. So thank you all very much.
And before we get off of this, on customer service, I have worked with several people that are having children just this year attend Lawton Public Schools, and our customer service has been excellent in all of the schools. They have raved about them, so our customer service has started off with a bang.